We don't condone the use of any illegal substance or any illegal activity. This video is intended for instructional and educational purpose only. Watch at your own risk. Viewer discretion is advised.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And they got it with a green leaf sway. See bunnies rolling up, we light it our way. Mr. Gettis got the bombs, we puffin' all night. Talking cultivation, yeah, we're feeling alright. Light it up, feel the vibe, let it be known. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Shouting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night. Wednesday to Friday, we keep it alive. Cannabis talks, everybody's feeling high. Sharing secrets of the grow, it's a sacred art. In this cultivation game, you gotta play your part. Keep it real, keep it tight, watch the plants grow. Garden cultivation, network, we on the scene. Rolling that green, living out the dream. Chatting about the strains, how to plan it right. Join us every week, yeah, we light up the night.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's been a busy Wednesday. Holy moly.
Yes, you just came back from kiddo's concert or something, right? Christmas concert?
I did. Yeah, I got back about an hour ago, so I mean it wasn't super tight, but I wasn't 100% sure. The weather sucks, so I wasn't sure what the roads were going to be like and stuff like that, so but
Yeah.
it's all
You
good.
made it.
We are here. We made it.
Yes.
Yes.
So last week we had an amazing guest. We had Sly, aka Loco. So if you missed that episode, you could go back and rewatch it or head on over to Garden Cultivation Network on Spotify. He was a lot of fun.
Sly's dope. I love Sly, man. He's such a cool dude. Such a nice guy. Super humble. Great grower. Notice how I said the great grower part last? Because he's all those things first. You know what I mean? But no, he's a super cool dude. And I can't wait for this Internet of Pot thing to come out because I'm so sick of all the restrictions and all this nonsense that we deal with on Instagram and YouTube and all this other
Pretty
stuff.
much
When
everywhere.
they finally drop this, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool.
Yes.
Might get my spark back again and want to actually post things and show people stuff again. I never want to because I'm always worried I'm just gonna get shut down. You know, it's no fun. It's no fun that way. But
No, not at all.
and who do we have next week?
So next week we have a returning guest. We have the Fresh Princess coming back on. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, she's mostly a food grower. Well, she's completely a food grower. That's all she grows right now. But I've recently learned that she may be diving into the dark side and maybe growing some of that devil's lettuce. So we'll see.
Right.
So maybe we'll talk about that. That'll be fun. Be a lot of fun. But
speaking
yeah.
of fun, this week we have another amazing guest. We have the mad scientist. And go ahead.
No, you go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Now I forgot.
We got the mad scientist, specializes in autoflower. So anybody with autoflower issues, this is the guy. We had the autoflower queen CC on. Now we got the male version. We get the king. So we're gonna dive into some autoflowers, I hope. I have a feeling Bunny and I are gonna learn a lot tonight. Because we all know how we are with autoflowers.
Like I always say, I know what not to do, so it'll be nice to know what to do.
Right. Well, do the opposite of what you're not supposed to do. That's what I try to do, and it doesn't work for me, so we'll see. We'll learn some tips and tricks and learn about his journey. It's going to be dope. Y'all ready for this?
It is. I am.
y'all?
What up? How's it going, man?
You
It's going
Wednesday.
good. Bunny, Ganix, pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely.
You as
Welcome.
well.
Honored to be on the show.
Welcome. It's gonna be a fun one. I just learned that this is your first live.
Yeah, it's
So
my
that's
first
gonna be
live. I've
cool.
done a bunch of taped ones, but this is the first live one.
Nice. That's
That's
gonna be cool.
exciting.
We love popping cherries over here, so
Hey, if I'm 56 and I got any cherries left to pop, I'm a happy guy.
hell yeah. Absolutely. That's funny.
I like that.
I do too. But yeah, so for anybody out there that doesn't know who you are, can you kind of give everybody a little brief introduction?
Little rundown, sure. My
Yeah.
name's Dave Baker, uh, known as the Mad Scientist. Uh, I'm out here in near Boston, Mass. Been growing almost 7 years now. Mostly autoflowers. Done photos, done all that. I enjoy autoflowers. I think they're a challenge, and I enjoy a challenge. And I started growing, like I said, about 7 years ago. It's a very small, little 4x4 tent that I got off Amazon, and started with autos. A buddy of mine gave me a couple seeds, and I germed them, and had no idea what I was doing, but made it through the grow, and was happy with what I got, and
Nice.
just started going from there. And from there, it just progressed and progressed, and I tried a lot of different stuff, and I came up with some recipes that worked. And
Nice.
I was married for a long time, a little over 30 years, and my wife passed away about 4 years ago. And so I have
Sorry to hear that.
two sons. I have a 23-year-old and a 20-year-old. 20-year-old's away at college in Miami, and the 23-year-old's with me, just graduated. And
Nice.
yeah, they're good dudes and smart kids and doing well. So I kept my
Nice.
promise and made sure they got through college, and now it's
Yeah.
my turn to live. So I'm growing like crazy.
That's right. Now it's your time to grow. You grew the
Yeah,
kids,
now
now
I'm
it's your turn.
going to
Yeah.
shows and entering cups and doing all that good stuff because it's a lot
That's
of fun.
awesome.
Good passion to have.
For sure. And it keeps us grounded. It keeps us out of trouble. And
Definitely.
it gives us something to do to keep our minds constantly moving. You know what I mean? Like constantly learning every day. So
I like to tinker, so I'm always doing something to the grow. I'm always trying to figure out something. Never do I just have a grow where I just let it go. I'm always trying to make it a little bit better or find something that nobody else knows about that I can throw out there to help people.
yeah.
Things like that.
Are
I
you one
don't.
of those Are you one of those growers that likes to, when they say like, don't top autoflowers or don't transplant autoflowers, are you one of those people that's like, well, they said don't do it, so I'm definitely gonna do it?
Oh, I've done it both. I'll never
Yeah.
do it again, but I've done
Okay.
both. Uh,
Okay.
if you want to top an auto, you better have it exactly at the right time. If not, it's going to stunt.
Yeah.
And transplanting autos you can do. I know most breeders now that I speak with are breeding for that reason. They're pushing that. They're up potting on purpose to get the cultivars
Okay.
used to it. So there'll be less issues with that down the road. I, I just showed you my grow a little while ago. One of the plants in there in the beginning of when it was a seedling, I was in there taking off the cotyledons, and I slipped and I sliced it almost all the way in half. And I immediately taped it
Yep.
and hit it with silica. And now it's almost 4 feet tall and it's doing its thing. So the cultivars have come a long way when it comes to that. I would say though,
Yep.
topping it is not going to do you any good. I mean, people get away with it and they might have a good harvest,
Yeah.
but
They could have
I
maybe
wouldn't
had a better
recommend it.
harvest.
I've grown a lot of autos, and I wouldn't recommend it, especially for someone who's just trying out autos. My
Right.
suggestion to everybody when they're growing autos is leave the plant alone
Yeah.
until it's done with stretch. When it's done with the stretch, then you can give it a good defole, then you can super crop, do whatever you want to do. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, during veg, seedling, and all that is leaf tucking. You want to be leaf tucking all the time. And I'm not just saying just tuck one on. You take that big fan leaf and you twirl it underneath that bud site. And like I always say, in an hour or so, it'll come back. But
Yeah.
that little bit of light it gets, it starts to raise those up. And that's how you start to get a more even canopy with the autos.
Yeah, because
It doesn't
eventually
look like a Christmas tree
you do that each day,
every day.
they're gonna grow up past those leaves, and then you won't have to worry about those ones anymore until later on when you do take them off.
You
I heard
will
you
have a little,
say,
I mean,
I
your
think it
top
was
will be a
on,
little longer,
yeah,
but your sides are going to be within a couple of inches of the top. So
yeah,
you're really getting multiple tops, 10, 12, 14 tops versus one.
right, which is makes more sense to me, for
And I
sure.
do a lot of super cropping. So once the stretch is over and we have flower, I will find the best nodes I can find, the best branches, give them a little Cushman chiropractic and pop them over. And
Yep,
and I kind of strategically try to do it so that it's in an area where there's multiple buds underneath that will come up, and it seems to work well. And that's how you can really bump your yield that way. I've grown multiple 1 pound plants plus, and a lot of guys are doing that now, especially with auto pots. And I wink at them all and
yes,
say, yeah, but I was the first to do it with Rockwell. So
right.
I just started autopots. This is my first indoor grow with autopots. I showed you the garden; it's
Oh,
doing very
nice.
well.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
gorgeous.
for the first
Absolutely gorgeous.
bunch of years, I did Rockwell, a 4-inch block on top of an 8-inch block, and I had
Okay,
to
so you stack them.
hand water it 3 times a day. A
Damn,
Jeez.
lot of work.
that is a lot of it. That's way too much work.
Oh, you're mixing newts constantly, and this is easy. You
Yeah,
mix 20 gallons and you let it rip tater chip, and it
yeah,
feeds it for you. I can actually spend way more time now in the garden, leaf tucking, rotating the plants, doing like the auto pots are nice because you can spin the pot in the base, and where I have
right.
the under canopy lighting,
Yeah, yeah.
I can spin those plants every 2 days so that different areas of the plant are getting the under canopy lighting
Giving
at
them a
a
much
higher
more
intensity.
even, yeah,
Yeah, and if you notice, I put my under canopy lights for autos a little differently. Most people run them, parallel with the autos. I do a cross, and I have a set of bipods for underneath that are really small. They're like for a speaker, so they only keep it
right.
like 3 or 4 inches off the ground. And then I have a taller one going across. And doing it that way, I can move that cross any way I want, back and forth like scissors almost, so I can catch where I want to catch underneath and get
That's
the
smart.
most growth I can.
Super smart. See, these are the little tips that nobody really thinks about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the gold right here. This is the stuff I love to hear. Is like just the little adjustments that people do in their gardens that make probably a huge difference. So I think that's
It's
super
all
cool.
about trial and error as well. I mean, I caught some slack when I did the stash boys in the comments about, oh, you don't need to trial and error, just do hydro and this and that. Look, no such thing as a perfect grow. No such
Never.
thing as a
Oh
perfect
God,
grower.
no.
Nope.
Anybody who's walking around saying I'm a master grower has either lost their passion or lost their way. There's no
Or
such
they've
thing.
never grown before.
Or never grown before. They're the ones that come online and pounding their chests, and they come into a Discord and say, I just grew a 4-ounce auto. Blah, blah, blah. Great. I did that my first run. I
Right.
don't like to swing I don't like to swing it around and brag or any of that stuff. But when people come in and start to
Hmm.
down other people, I will
Yeah,
take a stand
Yeah.
and say, come on.
absolutely. That's that's the exact perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm community
And that
first.
that tells
So
me that tells me that you're a very humble person
try to
because
be.
you see your garden and your first question is wow, those are photos, right? No, no. Those are autos.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at your plants, to me they don't look like autos. They look like photos.
Photos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just
And you know what
the
the second
size of
question
them,
always
the
is?
structures of them.
You know what the
What's
second
that?
question always is? If are those uh, photos first, and then the second one is that a 4x4?
Right.
No, that's a 5x5 that's full with 4 plants.
Right.
And
4 autos.
that's what I like to do. I like to fill up the tent and have fun, and I love to grow, and I love to learn. And like I said, these autos are. A lot of people will say, "Oh, first time grower, just throw some autos in the corner." Sure, you can do that. They're going to give you flower, but why would you waste all those nutrients, all that time, electricity, and all that for a little small plant that you didn't do anything to? That
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
If you're a photo grower, grow photos. That's fine. Photos are awesome. I love growing
Absolutely.
photos. I don't like to wait, so I like
Yeah.
autos. My fastest auto was
I'd
done in
love
63 days.
Yeah, I'd love to be an auto grower. They just don't love me.
It's all about the beginning, the first 3 weeks, and what medium you're using. Because,
Okay.
like I preach to people constantly, it needs to be fluffy. Whether it's cocoa, whether it's live soil, I don't care what it
I've
is.
heard that. Yeah.
It has to be fluffy. If you're growing in a fabric pot or a plastic pot, you want to try and find the deepest pot you can.
Yeah.
If it's deep, it allows the taproot to travel. The longer that taproot gets to travel, the longer your plant stays in veg, the bigger the plant becomes.
Yes.
It's just little tips. People always also say, "Oh, autos feed light." No, autos do not feed light. I can tell
That's
you yesterday
that's
afternoon,
something I literally just learned, like, within the
yes.
last probably month. I
And
always
so,
thought, like, quarter strength, half strength, and I just
no,
I got schooled in a good way, but I got
yeah.
schooled.
Yesterday, I filled this reservoir beside me with 15 gallons of mix, right?
Yeah.
At 3 EC. It was down 8 gallons today.
Damn.
So 4 plants took 2 gallons apiece overnight.
Yeah.
That's not feeding light.
No, that's not. Now,
That is a,
do you use a ppm meter
I
or
do.
like an EC meter?
I do EC.
So,
I have the AC Infinity Turbo one there. The Pro does all of it,
yep.
all in
So
one.
have you ever checked your nutrients after the reservoir's been in there for like you said you put the 15 gallons or 15 liters?
15 gallons.
15 gallons in, and then the 8 was gone the next day. So have you ever checked that the next day after that to
As
see?
soon as I come downstairs, I check EC and pH every day, sometimes
Okay.
twice a day, and then I
Oh,
adjust from there. Um, I also have a recirculating pump in there so that it's always moving the mix around so nothing gets
yeah.
stagnant. And then when I
Great.
come down, I have an air stone in there and I'll crank it for 50.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know
I
what
don't know
happened
what
there.
happened. That's weird. His screen's
Yeah.
still there.
Sorry about
Oh,
Oh,
there
that.
we
you're
I
go.
back.
lost you.
That's
That's
okay.
okay.
That's okay. I was like, where did
Can
he
you
go?
guys
His
still hear me?
screen's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear
I
you.
can't hear you. Shoot.
Oh,
Oh, that's weird. Hmm. Nope.
no, you muted.
You're muted there. Crimson says, roll.
He's got it
Okay.
on mute. I can't unmute it.
No, I can't either. That's okay. We got her figured out. No, you got to hit the button, the mute button, the little microphone there. Let's see if that's okay. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can see my message because he
He
said he
he said
couldn't
he's
hear.
gonna get back. I think he said he's gonna back out and come back in.
Back out and try again. Yep, that's cool. That's cool. Do do.
Um,
All right. We do have a few pictures that he shared with us that we can pop up here. Let him. I don't know if he can see the chat or not. It's all good.
mm,
It's what happens sometimes when you're live.
yes.
Sometimes things just mess up.
But yeah, we could definitely show his pictures in the meantime.
Just so everybody can kind of get a little idea of what we were talking about if they haven't
Yes.
seen them. So we're just going to kind of cycle through them.
So yeah, those are his autos.
Yeah, and he's got that under canopy lighting in the X, like he was
I
talking
know I
about,
wanted
the
that.
crisscross.
I wanna ask him more about that.
Good
They're
sized
beautiful.
plants. Like he said, 4 plants in a 5x5.
Nice.
They're pretty looking plants, that's for sure.
Grows beautiful plants.
And then a little bit of
Welcome back.
flower.
Yeah, that was weird. I just dumped it.
You we're just going through your photos so people know what we're talking about.
Those bud photos are Speedrun Seeds.
Autos.
Yep, the autos. They're by Speedrun Seeds. Ben and I are close friends. He's a great dude.
Nice.
Fastest.
Nice.
They're the fastest growing autoflower seed company in the country right now. Matter of fact, uh, I got them. I pushed the Autoflower Cup to put them on the list because they weren't on the list to best breeder, and they're number 5 right now. They're like, holy crap! It's in the
Really?
message. They're like, we didn't. So I'm trying to enter these ones that are going now. If they get done in time, they'll be heading to the Autoflower Cup.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
that's cool. Yeah, we just had the creator of the American Autoflower Cup on um
Jeremy.
2 weeks ago, 3 weeks,
Oh, nice,
3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I see.
few shows ago.
There's a
Super cool, dude.
lot of hype this year. That's good. It needs it.
Yes. Who did I
You get
see was who did I see? There's a comedian and he's gonna be a judge. He's like a stoner comedian. I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head. I watch him on Instagram all the time. He's super, super funny guy.
I know
But
Jordan, the autoflower.org, he's in there. Kyle
okay.
Cushman, Danny
Yeah, Kyle
Danko,
Cushman was
Nice.
another one, yeah.
uh, buddy I know that he is local here in Mass too, Corey Mack, who does Inside Hydro. Uh, I know
Nice.
I Can Matt,
Yep,
he's doing it.
yep. Yeah, there's been a few people, like creator people that have been judges for that over the last few years, which
Yeah,
to me is super cool, you know,
sure.
for sure.
I
Do
think
I
it's
think that
great.
they're maybe the best judges?
Yeah,
I don't know, but they're cool to have there. You know what I mean? I think it's neat that they include
Yeah.
the community in something like that and
I
bring.
think for Kyle Cushman and a Danny Danko to sit and smoke autos and understand where they are now, because I'm sure they don't do it in their real life, you know,
Right,
it helps garnish respect for the plant that we grow.
most definitely.
Yes.
And I'm plant first. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm for the community. Like right now, I offer coaching to anybody who needs it. They reach out to me, and I do free of charge lessons, help, whatever they need. If they want to show me their grow and ask me questions, I'll go through it with them. I just had
That's
a gentleman in Ohio. He's a Marine that I thank for his service all the time, and I helped him set everything grew, and he grew his biggest auto at 7 ounces. He never grew over 3 ounces before. He was so
fuck
happy.
yeah.
And now we're working on getting that to 10 or 11. Little steps, little
Yep.
foundations. Build it brick by brick.
Yeah.
And like I said, just little adjustments, like you were saying, doing little things in the garden that just make one
I think my
adjustment might not
biggest
make a world of difference, but like all of these little
yeah.
together, they're definitely going to help.
So in this run
I think
here, I
my
have two
biggest
experiments.
adjustment would be the soil for sure.
Yeah,
I think if
if
I
you're if
went
you're
with the
using
lighter
soil,
soil.
if you're using
I'm using
soil,
Pro
obviously
Mix, so
Pro Mix is fantastic. Sunshine mix for number 4 is also really good. And another one that's great if you want to let them just start on their own and feed them in flour is the Roots Organic 707. That's a
Okay.
really good one to start autos in. Um, they usually jump right out the gate in that stuff. It does real well. And then you just amend it as you go, or feed it however you want. I'm a Synganic grower. So right now I'm testing nutrients for speed run. Ben's coming out with it's called Full Auto. It's an Autoflower only nutrient line. It's 3 parts.
Nice.
It's ready, aim, and fire. And it's so simple.
I like
You
that.
use ready and aim during veg, right? 15 milliliters a gallon, that's it. And then when you get into like a week or two into flower, you use aim and fire the rest of the way, 15 milliliters, and that's it. You don't need any CalMag. It's already in there. Everything's already in there. It's targeted. Ben, who owns Speedrun, he's a younger guy. He's an agronomist, and his mentor agronomist, the two of them formed this company, and they're doing the nutrient line, obviously separate from Speedrun. It's a whole different company, but
Yeah,
I'm testing it right now, and so far, I mean, you see the flowers; they're awesome.
gorgeous.
Stuff works great, and I've ran
I
crop,
can't I can't
and
believe
I've
somebody hasn't
yeah,
come up with this idea sooner. Like
crop
just the way that
nutrients.
autoflowers have kind of like taken off.
Yes.
And I want to say lately, but when I say lately, I mean over the last couple few years, they've really, really taken off.
Oh yeah.
Before that, you
Mhm.
saw people growing them and stuff like that, but there's still a lot of hate towards them. Where now
Oh yeah.
it's hard to hate autoflowers. I suck at growing them, but I still can't hate them because I see what some of you guys are doing with them, and I'm like,
Oh,
fuck,
yeah,
just 'cause I can't do
exactly.
it doesn't mean they suck. It just means I suck and they're
Yeah.
great, you know.
A lot of
So
guys who don't like autoflowers, and not all of them, but I'm saying a lot of guys and girls that don't like autoflowers is because they can't grow the damn things.
damn
They
right.
make mistakes, they get frustrated and say, screw this, I'm going back to photos.
Yeah,
Because
Yep.
it's anybody can say what they want to say. I've grown both. There's a lot of us out there that have grown both. A photo you can clone, you can't clone an auto. You're going by seed, right? So you
yeah,
want the highest filial generations you can get so that you can get consistency.
yeah.
Okay. With photos, it don't matter. You take a clone, and that's your plant going forward as long as you want. Just keep cloning. With an autoflower, you can't do that.
CC4
So
did clone an auto.
you can, it just won't grow.
She was she was successful
It,
with it, and I say this only because, the one that she did clone, I was like, "It's probably gonna get to be this big, it'll still flower, it'll
oh
still
yeah,
do what it needs to do," but it was like, "It won't be very big." This thing was as big as her original plant,
and
which
that's
was
phenomenal. That's
fucking
phenomenal.
mind-blowing, you know what I mean?
Now I would go to breeders with that and guys that do this on a regular, and they would say that's an anomaly.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
Um,
agree with that for sure.
and that's strong breeding. I'd like to know what cultivar that was and who bred it. But
Yeah,
I have a friend that is, well, somebody that reached out to me online. He's in Jamaica, and he's been working on cloning autoflowers for a while. And he'll get like 3 ounces off a plant, 4 ounces off a plant, and it'll
yeah,
grow weird. It'll grow kind of sideways and stuff. But he's been working on it for years. Eventually, it's going to happen. They're going to figure out a
for
way
sure.
to, and it's going to happen, I think, in a petri dish. It's going to happen with someone going in and adding a hormone to slow once the clone's taken, putting that clone its clone into its clone X or whatever you're going to use. There's going to be some sort of hormone in there that slows down the veg rate,
Yeah,
and that way it's almost like starting it over. Because when you
yeah,
clone an auto, if you clone the auto at 5 weeks, that clone is 5 weeks.
yep, yep,
So, and that's the challenge to it. But you know what? If there's no challenge, then when are you learning?
exactly.
When
Exactly.
are you
And that's
Yeah.
I
understanding the
think
plant?
that's why I keep going back to autos and I keep trying them again. Every time I do it, I'm like, "I'm never doing this again." Like you said, I'm just gonna stick to photos because that's what I do.
Like
But
right now in this run, I'm running experiments, 2 different experiments. I used 3 air domes in the auto pots, one with no air dome. So
okay,
far, one with no air dome is the smallest plant.
really?
So, so the air domes,
Hmm.
in my opinion, this is the second time I've done it, work. And the other thing I'm
Okay,
doing is I'm changing the spectrum once a week. I have the Borg Evo from Grandmaster Level. I'm an affiliate for them. Thomas and I go back 3-4 years now. He's a good dude, even though people don't like him on the internet sometimes because he's a little outspoken and tells the truth. He is a good
Yep.
dude and knows his stuff. And I've got the Borg Evo 3 and I've got the controller. So, for instance, last week, second week of flower, I ran all week in HPS. I mimicked the HPS spectrum, and it was just like the old days. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And now
But a
I'm
whole lot
using
to
different.
run.
Yeah. I mean, the thing comes with 60 presets, and then you can adjust on your own. So you can
That's
pick a
crazy.
preset you like. So I picked my old light preset, which I loved, and then I tweaked what I thought what it needed and what needed to come down, and it's killing it.
Yeah.
And
I wanted
that's
to win
a
one
ton
of
of
their
fun.
lights so bad when they were doing their live shows all the time. Like he gave
Yeah.
away lights all the time on that
He's
show. I
still
was
doing it.
always in the chat. I'm like, man, I gotta win.
He's still
But
doing it. Matter of fact, the first light I got was from a guy who won a light, and he got two by accident, and one was like a return or whatever. And I bought it off him for $500. And my cousin is an electrician, and he fixed what needed to be fixed, and I used it for almost 3 years.
beautiful.
And now it's going to go in my dry tent, and I might run a couple photos under that one down the road. But for now, I'm doing a couple of runs now. I've got two Brother Mendels going, and I've got two speed runs going. And the Brother Mendels, one of them's the biggest one in there right now. It's like it's almost 5 foot tall, and it's day 49, and it's packing on the weight. And that's a unreleased one called Jedi Drip, and that's a ice cream paint job times Doc Jedi, and I can't wait to see how that does because I ran the paint job and it was
Ice
phenomenal.
cream paint job.
Dude, Brother
I
Mendel,
love these names.
I don't know if you ever heard of Mendel Selections before, but he's so underrated. The guy's been around
I don't know
forever.
if I have.
He has
I don't think I
phenomenal
have, to be
genetics.
honest.
Yeah, I got him on that thing too. He's got phenomenal genetics. I would say out there in the auto world right now, Speed Run, Brother Mendel, Fast Buds is always in the mix. Mendo 2020,
Yeah.
Etho,
That's a name. That's one that I see a lot.
yeah,
The Mendo.
Mephisto.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Night Owl. I mean, those are your big hitters right now,
Yeah.
And
I did good with Night Owl. I gotta say that. Night
yeah,
Owl. My
Daz has
first
nice
throw,
stuff.
I
Yeah.
did amazing.
Yep.
After that, they just keep going downhill.
That's
learned a
funny because I
lot.
was just about to pop this question up. Well,
Go ahead.
not necessarily a question, but you pretty much just answered it. So I'm gonna throw it up there now. Need to find some high quality autos. The ones I've tried out so far had such low germination rate, and it's hard to spend money on them a lot of the times, but I do love growing them. So
Right.
you just kind of went through some of the top ones to look out
Yeah.
for.
Two things in germination. One, get a can. As soon as they come in stock, get a
Yes.
can. Number two,
Uh, they're back, I believe.
I've been using my can, which you can tell I've used it because it's dirty.
Wow.
Since I bought mine in person, actually, I met Don last year at the Harvest Cup in Worcester because we live in the same
Hell
state.
yeah. Well, you guys
And
are close. Yeah, I
He's
was gonna
so,
say you.
yeah.
As soon as you came in the background, I was like, I know where he's from. As
and
soon
I
as
and
I
I
heard your voice, I was like, I know it.
I bought it from him direct, and he showed
That's
me all the
cool.
ins and outs of it, and I'm 100% germination rate on that. But back in the old days, before I had my can, autos were tough sometimes. So what I would recommend if you're doing the paper towel method, I would recommend 1 pot water, 1 pot hydrogen peroxide, and a little shot glass. Rest your seeds in there for 24 hours. Pull them out. Take out a nickel or a quarter. Lightly scrape the top of the shell. Put it in the paper towel as you normally would, and sprinkle the top of the seed with a little bit of mycorrhiza, and you'll pop your beans.
Hmm. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I've seen people like take them and like scratch them on like a little piece of sandpaper or something like that. Not sand them, but just to kind of like
Yeah, the
get
rough edges
past
of a
the
coin,
husk a little bit.
like the rough edges of a coin, just a couple scrapes. That's all you need to just
Yeah.
soften it a little bit,
Yeah.
and it
That's
works.
cool.
And matter of fact, Brother Mendel taught me that.
Cool.
But yeah,
Yeah, I've never done anything like that. Everything like when it comes to popping seeds and stuff like that, I think I've done just about every method that there is to do.
yep.
And before I got the can, I was off everything else and I was onto the direct sow. That was That was I had not 100%, but I had damn near 100% germination rate with direct sow. And then Don was like, "Here, I'm gonna send you this can," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try it." And I don't think I'll germinate another way. Not that this is gonna be an ad
Dude, the
for a
tails on them
can,
are like
but
this big.
I definitely believe in it.
Now, when I do that with autos with the can, once the seeds germinated and I get the big long tail you always get with a can, I will take a root ride or a horty plug and I will
Yep.
split it down the middle, put the seed in, sprinkle a little mycorrhiza, close it, put it in its home. And then I'm going to hit it
Okay.
with 2.5 ounces of nutrients right away, first day, at 1.2
Oh,
EC.
shit.
Yep.
See, that's the
Huh.
second person
So
who
now
Yeah.
says
for a week,
right away.
for the first 7 days, it's going to get 2.5 ounces every day at 1.2 EC. And then once it
Hmm.
goes in from seedling after 7 days and it goes into veg, it'll go to 3 ounces at the 1.2 EC. And then as soon as week 2 is over, I'm feeding her at 2.3 and higher.
Interesting. I'm about to start another run. I haven't popped any seeds yet. I think I might do an auto run. I think I've been fucking everything up this whole time because I'd never
Remember,
feed mine
genetics is
this
everything.
early.
When
Yeah.
it comes to auto, genetics is huge.
Yeah. I
Huge.
got a bunch of fast buds autos, so I would say that's probably the best auto genetics that I have. So that's probably what I would roll with. But
I gotta get Ben to
I've never
send you
fed
up
mine.
some speed runs.
I've never fed mine this early before, and like Cece said the same thing. Like Bunny was just saying, you're the second person to say like right from the second that seed goes in there, you're feeding,
Yeah.
Autopotamus does the same
and I'm
thing.
like, that's
I'm
crazy.
friend. Lynn and I are friends, and we talk quite a bit. And he just harvested a holy fire from Speedrun Seeds. It's got to be close to 3 pounds. It's enormous.
Oh shit,
Yeah, and he's
man.
Autopotamus is he's been huge for autopods. He's grown big autos for a long time, and I didn't know him, and I was growing big autos too, but I wasn't on Instagram or any of that stuff. And then when I decided to go on and all that, and I met him, and we were both doing the same thing, only he was doing it autopods and I was doing it Rockwell. It's pretty funny.
That is funny. So you're doing it the exact same way, just in different medium, basically.
Right now, I'm on autopots, and I did. I'm crazy, so I did an outdoor run with autopots with the res outdoors and everything all summer long, and
Yeah,
I swapped out water bottles, ice water bottles. I would put them in the freezer and swap them out every day, keep it cool.
yeah,
And yeah, it was successful. It was 5 plants, a little over 2 pounds, and I was happy with that because they're only in 6.6 gallon pots. Not it's not like I
right.
put them in a 50 gallon pot.
Yeah,
And they were all great smoke, dense buds, beautiful stuff. And I was really happy, and they ran flawlessly outside. I didn't have any blockages, nothing.
hmm,
I was
interesting.
surprised, but they were Autopots reached out to me, Luke, and was like, dude, keep doing it. You know what I mean? Like we want to see
Absolutely.
those. We want people to realize that they can run those outside, no problem.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody run them outside. I've heard people talk about possibly doing it, and because it's all gravity, it's not. There's no electricity. There's no power to it. It's all just the little valve, and it's all fed by gravity, right? So,
One thing I
you
did
can put them out.
realize, if I do it again next year, I'm definitely going to find a water chiller somewhere, uh, because I think that could have made a huge difference. A lot of times I went out there, the reservoir was at 85 degrees, and you're
Right.
swapping out water bottles to try and bring it down. But I didn't have any issues. I didn't have any no disease. I stayed way on top of my spraying, far as organic. I use Lost Coast plant. What is it? Lost Coast
Lost
plant
Coast
therapy.
plant
Yeah,
therapy. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good shit. I like that stuff.
I use Pyganics as well, 1 week or 2 weeks. So it's I do that a lot. Make sure because we get caterpillars here a lot.
Right.
Mm.
Caterpillars are horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They fucking eat everything in sight.
Oh, and they create bud rot constantly. I hate it.
Yeah.
Drives me
Yeah,
crazy.
because they get inside the bud and then they die, right?
Yeah, and they shit everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what it turns it all to bud rot. But I
Oh,
run
their
that
shit.
stuff, and by doing that, the plants stay healthy. I got like 3 ounces of bud rot off of the 5 plants total, and but here in Massachusetts, once it hits October and September, October, you're getting rain and all that. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
like us. You have a very
Yep.
similar environment to what we have where I am, and it's tough after that September mark. Like once you get to the fall,
Yeah.
what they consider to be fall, it's still beautiful outside, still beautiful
Oh
during
yeah.
the day, but you're getting cold at night. It's really wet all the time, and I mean, like Bunny and I deal with this every year. It's like you either chop it early and get something out of it, or you let it go, let it
Right.
finish and get almost nothing off of it, right?
Yeah.
And
Same as
risk
same as
not
the
getting
PM.
anything.
Luckily, when you run in autos, most autos are really good against PM. I've only had one plant one time get a tiny bit of PM on it. I cut it all out and it was fine.
Yeah,
But out of all the auto runs, I never had a problem with PM. I've had outside had botrytis, but I never had PM indoors. Never, no bud rot indoors. Yeah,
yeah,
these plants are really resilient, and they'll bounce back. You just can't stunt them in the beginning. If you stunt them in the beginning, start over. You
right.
know, like I had a gentleman the other day show me pictures, and he was like, "These are my plants at 22 days," and like they looked like lettuce. And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Bro, you stunted them. Start over." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna need to start over because
That
yeah,
was this
you're gonna
grow.
waste the next 3 months growing this thing out, and it's not gonna grow really well."
yeah. And you're gonna
You'll
be just
get
like you said,
half a
just
quarter out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Now you
I
sound like
know,
Rob.
trust me.
So Rob used to say, "What are you gonna do? Get an eighth off it?"
yeah, exactly.
That's
And
pretty
that's like
funny.
Bunny. He held hers up the one day. I was like, "Holy shit! Don't smoke all that in one place." I was like, "Fuck." But I mean, I only make fun of her because I'm the same. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
I have
just we
another
have
experiment
that
going too.
understanding.
I forgot. I have another experiment going at the same time
I like
where,
experiments.
yeah, where the biggest thing I'm trying to figure out in here is when I change the light spectrums back and forth once a week, does it change color? Does it cause a jump in growth? Is there no growth? I'm trying to keep notes of that to see if there's a
Yeah,
difference with spectrum. Because my goal is to try and
Mhm.
find the ultimate autoflower spectrum. You know what I mean?
right.
What they want to grow under all the time. So I've
Yeah,
been
Yeah.
the veg one I did myself. I just created a veg one. It'd be nice if I had a spectrometer. I don't have a spectrometer, so I'm kind of going by the photos, the pictures in the manual of the
yeah,
presets, and then going off those presets and building my own. And the one I did, I wrote all the numbers down, and it actually worked really well. I had a really good veg, and that's key. That's like I like
yeah,
to put it out there. All the newer auto growers that want to grow autos and be successful. That first 3 weeks is everything. And like I said, just leave it alone. You know what I mean? Dome it when it's a baby, when it's a seedling. Spray under the dome, whatever you want to do. 7 days under the dome. Let it start to spread. Let it get its cotyledons. Take the domes off, and let it roll and feed it.
yeah,
Some people say,
Yes.
"Oh, I give it a drop." That's not going to do anything. Like I did a run with Kronk Nutrients. Kronk got that's an Autoflower one too, where it's got the Bonnie and Clyde and all that. And it was
yeah.
Yeah.
good. It was a good nutrient, but it fed light, in my opinion. So if I did
Okay.
everything, if I put their full in veg, if I did the Bonnie and everything else they have with it, the CalMag and all that, I'm always only sitting around 1.8, 1.9 EC,
Yeah,
and I'm not happy there. I want veg is going to be 2.3, 2.5, and then beginning of flower is going to be around 2.7, and mid flower I'm 3 and higher. And as far as the light goes, I'm flowering right now at like 980 ppfd because I'm waiting for my CO2 generator to activate. and then I'll pop it up to a little over 1,000. I used to be at
Yep.
1,300. I used to start my runs at 1,300 at 18 inches off the canopy. But now I find that right around 1080, 1070 is like the sweet spot.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I'm hanging out at and adding some CO2.
For heavy eaters, man. Yeah. This is what I'm learning. I've always been told up until like what, Bunny, like a month ago, maybe a little more.
Let's say
I've
about a
always
month
been
or so.
told cut it in half, cut it down to a quarter, feed super, super light, right? Like not even right off the bat. Let them grow till they're, about
It's
this
not
big, start
Skittles.
feeding and be light.
Yeah.
And that's kind of always what I've done. And then all of a sudden, the one time Cece was like, "That's how you guys have been doing it? Like, what? No, 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 no. You got to feed right from the minute the seed goes in." Oh, and she
Yes.
goes, "My plants are fed full strength right away."
Yes, Cece's a great grower.
And it's just like, what do you mean full strength right away? I'm like, I don't even do that with my photos. And she's like, no, no, these are autos. They're heavy
Yep, different.
eaters. What the
Let
Yeah.
me
fuck?
let
I'm
me
like, I've
explain.
always been told the complete opposite. Like, you guys are blowing my mind with this shit.
I'm gonna throw some mad scientist bullshit at you right now.
I like it. I love
Hell
that.
When you're talking an autoflower, you're talking about when you compare that to a photo period, you're talking half the time, but it's got to get just as big. So what does
Right.
that mean? It can't do that unless it eats.
Yeah,
We don't grow if we don't eat,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, like I tell everybody, if you pop an autoflower bean, in the end, no matter what you do to it, you'll get flower. Might not be the best, might not be a lot, but it's always going to flower. It's an autoflower.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
if you treat it the way it needs to be treated and you give it what it needs to grow, you will have a bountiful harvest every time. And these things are getting better and better. There's
yeah, they
COAs
are.
out there. I know Speedrun had their Granite Haze F6 COA at 30.3 or 30.4% THC. Not that that even matters anymore, but the big part of that is over
Yeah.
3% terps.
Yeah,
So when you add all the cannabinoids in, it's a strong plant. And
yeah,
nobody ever thought from low rider to now that an autoflower would be anywhere near 30. And
yeah,
now you're seeing guys growing autoflowers 2 and 3 pounds, and they're testing 28, 29, and 2.5, 3, 4% terps. I would say that they're coming. They're never going to be better than photos. Photos have a million-year head start on autos.
yeah.
But will they be a piece in the puzzle that helps growers in the commercial space be lucrative someday? Yes, I believe so. I believe
Most definitely.
eventually, and it's going to start out with washing them because they wash well.
Yeah,
And matter of fact, the Emerald Kid who does the Turp Mansion, who does his little shows as well, he put out, I think he put out 1,000 of Nat and Humboldt Seed Company's Carmel Cream out in his field at one of his farms just for washing, which is
crazy.
amazing. And he did
Yeah.
well. They washed well, 4 or 5%.
Hmm. That is
And
good. I've never
my,
washed, but I'm always super interested in like the washing, the pressing, all of that.
I'm a novice at it. I do it. I like my hash. I got a
Yeah.
little bubble machine and the bags and all that, and I got a like a 4-ton dab press, and I'll make a few things here and there. Like I have 11 bags of trim in my freezer right now that are fresh frozen that need to be done,
Yeah.
but I'm a little lazy. That's a whole day's affair right there. So
Damn right.
Yeah.
I know that's like me. I make like RSO and stuff like that, but I'm like, just takes so long,
you guys
you
want to
know?
meet the boss?
Yeah,
Everybody who
absolutely.
watches me on the vlog knows the boss.
Yeah.
That's Monster. Monster's the boss. He's down
Nice.
here in my grow every day. The boss.
Hell yeah. That's
He's
cool.
down
Our dog.
everywhere. Yeah,
Does
he
she like chewing on the leaves? Or he like chewing on the leaves?
friggin' loves them. I have to give him one every time he comes down here.
Yeah.
And then
I gotta do the
and then when
same.
we go upstairs, he's
If I don't give
sneezing.
my dog any leaves, he'll take them off the
They
plant.
love it. They love it.
It's crazy.
It is. It's hilarious. But he'd go right over the tree and sit there and stare at me and like, come on, Dad, hook me up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
my
funny.
partner down here in the grow. He's my supervisor.
Nice.
Because I grow down here in the basement. you know.
Yeah,
I
same.
had to. When my wife was alive, she was a school teacher, and it was just starting, like it was 2017, 2018, just becoming legal in Massachusetts. It was
Yeah.
everybody was so a little
Yeah.
scared, and she was like, "I'm a teacher. You can't be putting that stuff online and all that." So she allowed me. She was like, "I'll let you get a tent. Don't post no pictures. Keep it to yourself. All that." So I did that, and that was good because it gave me an opportunity for a year to learn
Right.
and make a bunch of friggin' mistakes that I could learn from. Write a bunch of stuff down that I messed up. I keep a whiteboard down here.
Yep.
Every time something weird happens, I write on the whiteboard with a date, and I'll
Yep.
go back and visit it and figure it out, and I'll put it in my notes in my phone. Every grow has its own set of notes. I like to try and be as detailed as possible without being um, too much on top of everything, because I like to have fun with it as well.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Yeah.
like in the summertime when I did that run outside in autopots, I tried a different feeding method, and I went with Green Planet Nutrients Hortaline.
Yep.
Um, Cheyenne, who's leaving the company, I guess, she was at Nican in Boston, and I had met her the day before at my local hydro shop, and she hooked me up with a whole setup. And I said, I'm going to run this outdoors. And I ran it outdoors, but what I did was I spoke to them, called them up, and they helped me devise a feeding schedule that hit the ECs when I wanted it, where I wanted to hit them with their
Yep.
nutrients, the way it feeds, which is awesome. I mean, shout out
Yeah.
to Green Planet.
They're
And
Green Planet's really good people.
yes, they are. And
Very
Cheyenne is really cool. So I did that, but what I did was when I got to flower, I front loaded the EC, and I had said this before. I was up at 4344 at 25-gallon mix EC, but every day those things would drink, and when they
yeah.
drink, I would add water to the reservoir, and that would thin the EC out a little bit. So instead of giving it all up front, it was high EC down to 2.8 where I want to be. High EC down to 2.8 where I want to be. I didn't get an orange
Yep.
tip. They took
Crazy.
all of it because the sun stresses them. And what happens when we get stressed?
Yep.
And the sun
Yeah,
stresses the hell
they're
out of
just
them.
there's so much like people. It's not even funny.
Oh
Like
yeah.
It
it's
really
crazy.
is.
Yeah,
I come down here playing music. I'll throw on. I'm an old guy, but I'm still young at heart. I throw on Eminem or 50 or whatever, and
yep.
these plants
And they're
cranking
in
it.
there
They love
bouncing.
it. Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And another thing for auto growers, try not to do the tie down LST stuff. If you have to LST and you have to do your thing, and because there's a million ways to grow them. Some people do
Yep.
great that way. I wouldn't recommend it unless you really know the plant. Like I said, I leaf tuck, and I leaf
Yep.
tuck seriously so that I can get, by the time veg is over and I'm going into flower, my canopies are within 3 to 4 inches of the top.
Yeah.
So then you can just
Yeah.
let them
So
breathe
then
through
you're
flower.
getting that pretty even
Yes,
canopy up there. You're getting an
and
actual canopy up there.
you are. And
Yeah.
with under canopy lighting now, you don't have to do a bunch of lollipopping. You take a few leaves down there, and that's it.
Yeah. Just
And
clean it
and
up so it's easy to water if you hand water or whatever.
that's it. That's all you have to do. And
Yeah.
with this crazy scheme I came up with, the under canopies where I can kind of move them around like scissors, works really good. The last run I did indoor, that was my last Rockwell grow, and I stunted all 4 plants. I screwed them up big time, it happens to the best of us.
Sure it
And
does.
my top plant still got 12.5 ounces because of those under canopies.
That's crazy.
I had big donkey
You hear
buds,
that? He
but
fucked him up
crazy.
and still got 12 ounces.
I did, yeah. My average,
You didn't fuck up bad enough.
no, I think over the 4 years I've been growing just autos, I think I'm averaging around 12 ounces a plant.
Beautiful.
Nice.
My biggest plant, it was 20.8 ounces. That was High Orbit by Mendel Selections.
That's crazy.
I had 3 in one tent. That was kind of what kind of put me on the map a little bit. Is that I I had 4 in there. I had 2 Triscuits, which were freebies. Those are by Mendo 2020. I had a speed run Pound Dog F4, which has got the Gnome Anvil in it, the original.
Yep.
And I had High Orbit by Brother Mendel. Now, Trisket was the first to finish, and she finished at 18 ounces and something. And then Pound Dog finished at 92 days, and that was 19 something. And then High Orbit finished,
It's
and
crazy.
that was 20.8, and that was all in one tent. And one of the Triskets got really big and then wouldn't flower, and I left her in there for 137 days, just
Damn.
trying different ways to get her to flower. She wouldn't flower. I called Mendo and talked to one of the breeders, and he was like, "Yeah, she's confused. She's an S1. Not surprised. I'm really sorry. Just kill it." So I killed it, and I ended up with 3 plants, but 3 plants under one light in a 5x5, almost 4 pounds. That's pretty
Wild.
good.
That's yeah, I'd say so.
And
That's crazy.
being able to help people, like people reach out to me and I can help them and stuff, is awesome,
Yeah.
because when I can give them just a little bit of information that I've learned, and I can see it affect their grow, and they get confidence.
Yeah.
All you need is confidence. Once the
That's the
confidence
main
starts
thing.
going,
Yeah, that's the
they're
main
on the
thing.
run.
Once you get over that hump and you get a successful grow, you might have been successful. You might have got to harvest,
Yeah,
you got something to smoke, but once you get over that, like, that hump that you're struggling with, and like you said, you get that confidence, now it feels like you can conquer the whole world. Once you just get past that little point right there.
it's funny
So,
how confidence works that way with everything.
for real, yeah.
You
Yep.
know,
And
you know,
yeah,
a
and
lot of
and the
people don't
feeling
want to
that
go on
you get
camera
too
until they get
from
the confidence. You
helping
know,
somebody, the feeling that you get from
oh,
helping people, like, I know the feeling that I get when I help people, and to me, that feels even better than getting over that hump and feeling like you can conquer the world, you know what I mean?
the first guy that I
So,
helped coach a couple years ago, Um, he wanted to grow the way I did, and he did the Rockwell, and he ended up trying a 6-inch on an 8-inch, which I had done before, and he grew out a 1 pound plant. That dude was so happy. Like,
yeah.
he's like,
I
"I gotta send you
bet.
half of it. I feel like I owe you half of it." I'm like, "Just send me anything, man. You just made me proud as hell, dude."
Yeah, and you know what the cool thing about that is? There's a lot of guys, a lot of people, I should say, not guys, but a lot of people out there that can't even grow a pound on a photo period.
Yeah.
So,
I've
I
grown
mean,
tons of photos. None of them have been big as my biggest auto indoor. Outdoor, of course,
yeah.
I've grown much bigger, but you
Yeah.
know, and
I
that's the
think
thing.
that I think that's a common theme though. I think if you're an auto grower, you can still grow photos and still grow
Oh yeah,
nice photos, but
oh yeah,
you struggle a little bit more with the photos where if you were to grow an autoflower, it's like second nature. They're gorgeous,
yep.
they're huge, they're fucking absolutely perfect, you know what I mean? Where somebody like me who's a photo grower, I go to grow an autoflower and they suck ass, you know? I think it's a common theme. I've known a lot of autoflower growers that can still grow photos, but they grow them not as well as the autoflowers. So I think it all depends on what you started with, where your passion lays. Like if your passion is more with the autoflowers, you're always going to be a better autoflower grower
And I
because
also
that's
think
what you
that
want.
to be really well rounded and really know the plant, you should do both and try both. But
Sure.
you're gonna end up with what you favor the most, in far as what you're more comfortable with in the end. And
Yep.
if that's
Yeah.
autos, great. If that's photos, that's great too, because we need them both.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, they both definitely hold a very important role in what we do.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
even for somebody like me, um, who doesn't grow autoflowers as well, I still think that there is a time and a place for people like me to grow them. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
if I got a little bit of space in my veg tent, I can always just throw an auto in there and fill that spot up and let it do its thing with my veg plants.
As long as you just
And
feed it the right way and let it grow and give it the attention it needs and asks for, you're all set.
yeah,
It's not much different
yeah,
than a regular plant. It's just a regular plant double the speed.
yeah,
I used to say plant on steroids because that's not as good to say now, but I would say double the speed because it's
yeah,
got to grow in half the time. It doesn't
yeah,
have a light cycle. And if you push it too hard in the beginning, it's just going to flower on you. And it's
Yeah,
not like
you could stress it out that way too, for
you
sure.
can't re-veg it like you can with a photo. So either you
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
over or whatever.
Yeah.
Why don't
Let her
you?
roll and get that eighth. Or
Yeah. That's what Robert CLTV used to say all the time. You're gonna get an eighth off that. And now he's growing 8-ounce autos himself. So what do you know?
Yeah. Well,
You
and
know?
I've heard them even say, like, I used to feel a certain way about them, but it's kind of the same as me. How can I hate on something when I see the success with all you guys doing it? We're
There's
all
a
just
lot of
home
guys out
growers. We're
there.
not, there's a lot of doctors and scientists and stuff like that in the community, but we're not all doctors and scientists for
No.
real. We're just home growers at the end of the day, just figuring shit out as we go,
My
Yeah.
partner, we used to be the auto assassins. But I could never figure out a logo I liked, and it
Yeah.
was kind of too braggadocious for my style.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Dude, why don't we just call you the mad scientist, bro? Because you never leave shit alone." And I'm like, "How do we make it different?" He goes, "Well, let's make it street and use DA instead of and the mad
Yeah.
scientist." I'm like, "Yeah, I like that because
Love that.
because I'm Dave and DA, you know what I mean? So it goes
Yep.
Yep.
together." And then El Canisaur did the logos for
Yeah. Hell yeah.
me.
Shout out to
Actually,
Al's
El
Al.
awesome.
Canisur did the background here for
Yeah,
us.
Al's awesome,
Yep.
dude.
He is.
Yeah, he's
Those
dope.
guys are all great. Rue, L, Chris.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. The Seed to Harvest boys.
yeah, the Seed to Harvest boys. I'm supposed to
Hell
go on
yeah.
there at some point, but I don't know. That's when the channel got shut down on them and stuff. But I'm still
Oh
waiting
yeah.
for my homeboy Crimson over here to get those Ronald Ray guns ready so I can show him what a Ronald Ray gun looks like as a pound.
Yes. Yes, yes. He's in the chat right now, chatting it up.
I know he is. That's my
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, Crimson's a good dude too. Yeah, El
Elkan is a great
Canisur for the
dude.
win. Hell yeah.
We have a good community. There's a lot of bad apples out there, but
Yeah.
for the most part, the community is good. And I just like to uplift and teach and show and help. And
Yeah.
if I can be a help to somebody, that's great. You know what I mean? And if
Yes.
Yeah.
people want to not listen to me and say he's an idiot and doesn't know what he's talking about, that's fine. And when
Yeah,
I
that's
have those,
perfectly okay
you
too.
know,
Yeah.
if I'm on X or Reddit and someone will challenge what I say or whatever, I just post a picture of my plants.
Exactly. Proof is in
Yeah,
the
with the pics.
pudding.
Because the plants speak for themselves, and normally I don't get a response.
Yeah.
So
And nor
I,
should you,
So for
unless it's
those,
like, damn, dude, maybe I should listen to you.
yeah. So for those who would like to reach out to you and ask for your help, where can they reach you?
okay, so I'm on IG. It's DA_mad.scientist because they took my channel a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get that.
Facebook. I have a lot of people on Facebook. I think I have 5,000 something like that, but I have a lot of actually out of country people on Facebook. I've helped a guy from Romania. It's kind of crazy. But I'm over there at the Mad Scientist. I'm on X as well as the Mad Scientist. I'm in a bunch of Discord, so you can find me in Speedrun, RCU, Sanctuary, Dead by Dawn, S2H. I'm in all those.
Nice.
I am an affiliate for a lot of companies, so I'm in a lot of Discords.
Yeah.
I have tons of discount codes. People can reach out to me for those too, including GML.
Hell yeah.
And also, you can just DM me. That's what most do. Reach out.
And you're
And
super fast. You are super fast to respond.
my phone's by me all the time. If I don't answer, I'm pissed at you.
Yeah. No, it's nice. Like I could message you, I sent you the link, and it was like within a couple minutes you were writing back. And
Yeah.
that's super helpful when you're trying to like schedule things and do things like this, right? There's guys out there, you message them in like 3 weeks later, you get a response back, and you're like, oh my God, I've already booked like 6
4 people by
guests
the yeah.
since I messaged you. It's like, come
It all
on, dude.
depends on how bad you want to tell your story.
Right.
If you want to tell
Yeah.
your story and you want to help people and you want people to learn something that not everybody can get right now, you're going to want to go on shows and share that with people.
Definitely.
Kind of like breaking bread. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you want to share that with people and help people get better at what they're doing because everybody wants to be successful.
Yeah.
Those
Whatever it is that they do. Yeah.
there are guys out there killing it right now. Nobody knows who they are, but they're doing it. I see them out there.
Yeah.
I'm in so many Autoflower, different Reddits and everything else, and there's some guys out there killing it,
Yeah.
you know,
And that's why, like, we like to bring on
and girls, and
companies and
girls,
stuff
and
like that
girls.
and like big creators, but we also like to bring on home growers as well.
Yeah,
Like just because somebody has 5 followers to 5 million followers, it doesn't matter. It
Mm-mm.
literally means nothing.
right.
If you're a good grower, you're a good grower, no matter how many people follow you or not. It doesn't matter. Like
That's the
when
way I look at it.
we learn more from people like you than somebody that's got millions of subscribers. They're there to promote this and that and whatever their products are and stuff like that, which is good. We need that as well. But
Sure.
it's nice to learn from people like you, like normal people, you
I'm just
know?
a regular, like I used to say all the time, I'm just an old guy who found his passion, who
Yeah,
loves to do what he's doing. I'm kind of pissing myself. I'm supposed to be at BizCon this week. I just couldn't swing it this year. I
yeah,
some extra costs that came in that I just couldn't. I'm 56. I'm disabled. I got a messed up back, knees, and shoulder, and that's why auto pots was the thing for me because I wasn't gonna be able to keep on growing the way I was doing it. It's too much work.
yeah,
And now auto
yeah,
pots, I fill a res and sit here and watch them grow. And obviously, it's not that easy, but in a way, it almost is compared to what I
yeah.
was doing. Hand water and
Well, it
rock
takes a
wool every
lot
day, 3 times.
to snowboard
Yeah.
that, you know?
And I got to shout out a guy. He's gone off the internet now. I don't know what happened to him, but he kind of turned me on to the autos with Rockwell, and that's some high guy. Way back in the day, 5, 6 years ago, I was watching him, and he was growing 1 pound autos then,
Yeah,
and he was up
Nice.
in Washington State. And what a great guy! He did all kinds of tutorials on his video, and I said, you know what? Someday I'm going to do exactly what he's doing because it helped me, and I want to help other people.
yeah. See, and I love that.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why we do this, was
Yeah,
because
I
we
love
were
it.
able to reach out to people in the past and learn from them. And, like when we started growing, we were lucky because the internet was here, all this information was already
Yeah,
here. So I had a place to go and learn right away. So why am I going to gatekeep that information? I didn't create it. I didn't write it. I didn't make this information. I
Yeah.
learned it from people here. So why not take that information and pass it on?
absolutely.
You know?
I look at
So
all the shows out there now. Um, they're like reading a book. You're
yeah,
learning every show you go to, whether it's James Loud's podcast, whether it's your podcast, whether it's the Stash Boys or Chris or Pigeons or whoever,
yeah,
Mhm.
S2H, any of them. You're gonna learn every day.
yeah.
And if you're a sponge and you get all that stuff down, you're gonna become a better grower.
The
And
cool
then
thing too is you learn shit that you might not even know that that's going to help you. You have
yeah,
no clue, but it's cool information, so you pay attention to it. And then 2 years from now, you run into a problem and you're like, boom, I know how to fix that. And then you're like, oh shit, I learned that one time over on that podcast, or I watched that one video about this, and I don't know why, but it hooked me in and I wanted to learn it,
yeah.
and just like that, I knew how to fix the problem, and it's like, fuck yeah, where it
Hey,
takes all the
growing,
guesswork, and not all the guesswork, there's still a lot of guesswork, but
yeah,
the
growing
information
and
is all
learning
out
is so
there, we just
fun.
gotta find it. It is.
And it's satisfying to the soul when you reap your rewards of all the work.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, but we have hit the hour, and that
Wow.
we say it every time how fast it went by, but this one especially went by
Flew
fast.
by.
If you guys ever want to bring me back and talk more stuff or go over maybe some stuff I've learned in the
Of
past,
course.
till then,
I think we
we
definitely do, because that hour went by way too quickly, and I think there's more.
yeah, we didn't even talk lighting.
Right?
Oh, exactly.
So, yeah, I think we definitely will.
I really
We're booked up
appreciate it.
for
It's been a
the rest
pleasure.
of this year, but definitely in the new year, we'll be
Yeah.
bringing you back if you're
Like I
interested in
said,
that,
I'm
and
always available. If somebody cancels and need a pinch, I'm here. Whatever you need to do.
right
If
on,
you
man, we
two, if you two
appreciate
ever
that.
want to have a contest against each other and you want to do a couple of autos, I'll coach you both separately, and we'll see who
Yeah,
wins.
that would actually be really fun.
It
That would
would.
be
It would
really
be great on
fun.
the show.
And it would be different nutrients too, because
Thanks.
Bunny's going back to her the Horty line, I believe. And I'm
The
on the
whole line's
Hygrothyme,
fantastic.
so we'll be using two separate nutrients, and so yeah, that would actually be really cool.
Anytime, you
That would be
guys.
cool.
Anytime. I'm
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, man.
open to
We
coming on
appreciate you
anytime.
coming on. Hell yeah, man. Well, you have yourself a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week, and we'll definitely be talking soon.
Peace and stay
Yes, for
high
sure.
now.
All right, later, dude.
Take care.
Have a great night.
You too, Bunny.
That
That
was
was so
awesome.
much fun. It did fly by, and I
It
actually
really
learned
did.
quite a bit. So I've said it before. Well, not before, but I've said it once. I definitely think I should, if I'm gonna do auto, I should have something like cocoa at least, just
I
for
think we
my
should do
autos.
exactly what he just said. I think we should have a little, just a little fun contest, and we can kind of like show it on the show, good or bad. Doesn't matter if it
Yep.
sucks or if it's great.
Yeah.
We should just show it anyways, and
It won't be
and
anytime soon because I'm about to pop some photos.
well, I'm about
I
to
need a
pop
good
some
run.
seeds too. I mean, you don't want to leave me with autos too long. I mean, I'll figure that shit out, especially if we got the mad scientists in the house. But yeah, no, I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be really cool to do. That was a good idea. I think we should definitely take him up on
That's
that offer and just run a little fun contest, bragging rights kind of
yes.
thing. Be fun.
Yeah,
But
so just
yes,
a reminder, next Wednesday we have the Fresh Princess. And yeah, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. Until then, we do have our Come Show Your Grow on Friday, where everyone is welcome to come and show their grows. If your lights are out, you're more than welcome to take pictures or video and send it to one of us or to Garden Cultivation Network at gmail.com. And we will
yes.
post it on the show.
And if they're videos, just try to best thing to do is phone sideways in the 16:9 ratio and around a minute if you can. It's hard to
Yes.
send videos that are long anyways, so if you can keep it around that minute mark, that's definitely definitely helpful. So, but yeah, we appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like Bunny said, Friday night, come show your grow, and we'll see you then.
Have a great night, everybody.